Hello, everybody. I'm going to talk about a very important topic, talking about the safety for every office, facilities, buildings, and for warehouse. Any safety, this is the procedures or mechanism which can help to save lives and help in every organization. First of all, in every office, I'm going to talk about a lock off computer, right? There is new process in when staff is using a computer. So when a staff is using a computer, there should always be a lock of computer. What is lock of computer? It's like a long rope like this. Then you have to tie the computer and use a lock and lock the computer. So this has been a process and to help staffs secure their data and help people to know that someone is there, because most people have been hacked by fraudster or by their colleagues having access to their computers. So basically, we're talking about the safety of computers in every offices, right? So make sure that in every offices there should be lock of tag. Lock of tag that's closing their computers is more necessary, and also every staff should try to put on password to their computers, right? If someone wants to go to the washroom or the restroom, he should also make sure that he puts a lock of tag in his computer, right? So you have to check the screen locks, right? The computers, the servers. If there is no screen lock, then try to know the owners of the computers and inform to them, right? So these computers are very important, right? Why is it necessary to inform them, right? Informing them like the staffs or your colleagues that your computer is open. This is because these computers carry a lot of informations, for the company or your personal data. So we need to protect every information that is there in the computer about yourself. You have to protect it from hacker, right? So basically, I'm talking about all this information because it's necessary for new people in every organization or your home or your business place, for them to aware of the safety of computers, right? To protect their own intellectual property. So you should able to identify the risks. So everyone should able to identify a risk, right? By protecting their business place or their computers. So how to protect the laptops, right, or your computer? First, as I said, you have to make sure that it has a screen lock, right? Then also, whenever you want to go to washroom, you should try also to use the lock, right? So that is another way how you can protect it. So if we are going to describe how we will able to use some of these tools or these keys, right, to make environment safety, right? So in every safety place, people must identify themselves, their names or areas of or work or able to introduce themselves, right? So by doing these things, it will help the safety of every organization. In planning to discuss all the safeties and health hazard that some of us facing in every workplace or homes, right? So most of the hazard or the incidents that some of us facing in every workplace, like for instance, you're talking about drugs abuse, alcohol, also then you're talking about electricity, then explosive, then trip of power socket, and temperature in terms of the whether it's very hot or cold. Some people are allergic or prone to those ones. So also combustic chemicals, also it can be also a hazard to us, right? So like some of these perfumes or some of these gas, also it can be affected to human being. So let's say like a cleaner that is housekeeping is cleaning some certain location and use a chemical which is supposed to use in the toilet or disinfectant, sometimes it can be allergic to people. So we have to watch on those things, and those are also a safety precaution that can help in every organization and every business place to help people, right? So let's say some of like land transportation, the lift machinery, you have to check the lifts also. In every workplace, the lift also, it can become hazard to someone. Then the step, the staircase also, sometimes people want to use the staircase, so you have to make sure that the staircase is cleared from every like the light is there, then also the way is clear, right? Then also like a slip and trip, right? If there is any water on the floor, that can lead to accidents, right? And can injure someone in every office place or working place also. Then also we're talking about what's other disaster, like in terms of driving, right? So weather also can affect people in terms of it can become hazardous, right? So how we can able to identify some risks in some offices or some in our home, right? So we should able to identify which things that can put us in risks, right? So by identifying those things, it will help us to facing the threat, right? Then I'm going to talk about the introduction to driving safety, right? So in every organization, whether it's personal or your business place, so driving safety also is very necessary. Let's say you have a company drivers, right? Or you are driving a company vehicle, or your father is driving a vehicle. So what are the accident, or what are the hazardous situation that he might facing? So I talk about fatigue, right? Fatigue, this is a very complicated, and also many people have died because of fatigue. They have gotten an accident because of fatigue. What is fatigue, right? Fatigue sometimes is like you feeling dizzy somehow, So what are the typical like the daytime, right? You have the temperature of human being, right? We can become dizzy. Sometimes you are active in certain points and you become dizzy in certain points, right? So let's say like the peak of the alertness is like morning time, right? Morning time you feel very little bit active. Then in the afternoon, by 12 o'clock, you feel slightly impaired, right? You feel slightly weak. Then by 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock, right, you feel very your activeness become reduced, right? So then also like let's say like 9 o'clock, you feel 9 to morning time, you feel very dizzy. So that's why sometimes people in the company, they do not allow people to drive in nighttime, because nighttime is where from 12 o'clock to 5 o'clock in the morning time is where people feel extremely weak, and most cases of accidents are happening and occurring because of this period. At this period of night, the system change and it's become more dizzy for people. People become more dizzy, and as you can see, sometimes 6 o'clock or 5 o'clock in the morning is where most accidents on the way occur, right? So what can hurt us, right?